and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Limecrime Venus 2 palette review. I know I look like I'm crying right now, but that's because I have something in my throat and it's making my eyes water. So I promised you guys this review and tutorial, so this is the tutorial. So if you want to skip the review and go straight to the tutorial, then go right ahead. But as of right now, we are going to get a little bit more into this palette. Excuse me if I keep looking this way, it's because I actually took notes for you guys because I wanted you guys to have enough information to where it actually feels like a legit review every video. All right. So I will rate this palette a 7 out of a 10. This is a beautiful palette and that is my rating for it, and you will find out why. So the pros to this palette are the color selection. Like, I know you guys have seen it, but I'm going to show you it anyway. The color selection for this palette. Like, look at this. It's so, I'm going to scoot up. It's so stunning. Absolutely beautiful packaging. Like the color selection, oh, I just cannot get over it. You have these super beautiful mustards and oranges, and you have these pops of colors. You have a shimmery color, you have reds, you have green, you have like a highlighting powder color. Like, this is an incredible color selection. Probably one of the best color selections I have ever seen in a palette. So also the pros to this palette is the packaging. Like I've said it before, the most gorgeous packaging. Like, stop. Like, seriously? Like, stop. It honestly reminds me of like an old fairy tale book that I would find in the library and be like, what's inside? So the other pro to this palette, almost said packaging, this palette is its blendability. Incredible blending power, like beautiful. Absolutely love this palette. I think it's so perfect. Some of the shades do blend better than others, but overall, like, it just has really, really great blending abilities. So also the price. It is only $32. $32. This is a really cheap package. Oh my goodness. This is a really cheap palette. I mean, most palettes are like 60 bucks. So this is actually a really, really, really good price range for a high-end makeup brand. I think it's amazing for the price. Like, I don't think you can find a palette as good as this one for the price. Hands down, you can't. Also, there is no fallout in this palette. I don't personally have not dealt with any fallout in this packaging. It is very travel friendly. It is pretty compact, really good, bam. And you have so many colors. Like, you could do an everyday look with this if you just add like a little bit of this in your lid, or just a little bit of that in your crease with some of that. Or you could do like a green, olive, or a dark black smoky eye. You could do whatever you want. So I think this is really travel friendly, lightweight. Just throw it in there and you're good to go. Also, it is highly pigmented. It is very highly pigmented on the lids. Once you put the shadow on your lid, you're like, it's pigmented. It's very good. I really, really love this guy. So there are a few cons to this palette, and let's get into those. So one of the cons to this palette is it has the most crappy swatches. Crappy, like, look at this. So it's on my finger, right? Like, look at that. It's like right there, and then it just literally disappears. So the swatching sucks, which I'm pretty bummed about because I wanted to give you guys some really good swatches. So I'm going to try to do that anyway for you guys. But also the shade Boot, which is this shade right here. It is a black shade with sparkles. But the problem is it looks amazing in the pan and awesome on the brush. But as soon as you put it on your eye, like, the glitter's there, but it doesn't last. It falls off within like an hour. And I know in my video I said that was my favorite color because it was, because I thought it was so freaking cool. But the more that I've worn it, the more I've realized it actually fades. But other than that, all the other shades stay on perfectly. They stay pigmented and they don't change. Boot is the only one where I'm like, because it's such a cool color. So that is it for its pros and cons. So let's get into the swatches and then we will move on to the tutorial. So I'm making this really difficult on myself, and I did not do these in order. Okay, so this one is called Jam. This is the bright orange. It's so stunning. This one is the shade Pigeon, which it's like basically max blue-brown pigment. This is the shade, oh, what's it called? Filter. This is that shade here, which I actually have on here. And this is like a satin finish green, and this is called Marsh. Really beautiful. So then we have the shade Mustard here. I figured it'd be easier to swatch these as I talk. So this is the shade Mustard. Whoa, these two are my favorite. Mustard's stunning. I have it on my lid right now. And then we will get into this really interesting color. It's called Fly. And so this is like a champagne-y yellow green. It's up at the top. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it almost looks green. Like, it's so interesting. Very unique. And then we have the shade Mud here. Which Mud is like a chocolatey red brown. And then we have the shade Boot, which is the one that I told you kind of fails. And that is right there. So sorry, those are probably the worst swatches I have done. I didn't really think about it. I just started throwing it on my hand. That's my bad. But I will be posting swatches on my Instagram too. Now that I've done this video, I can do that. So that is it for the review on this palette. And let's get into the tutorial.